2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a good outing against Phoenix. It was just a textbook performance. That game is all there. As they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Hayward the 3 and Favors the 4. And it's Gobert in at the 5.
Well, Griffin, a former dunk contest champion, but make no mistake, Blake is a game dunker, always among the league leaders. And at his size, with that strength, the way he gets off the floor is just unbelievable.
Gobert can't hit.
He had a defender draped all over. Not really the best shot there.
Well, not the shots you hope for when it's well contested like that.
Now, here is Miller. In Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. You know, Blake Griffin gets up so high. He's created some debate, in fact, on the definition of a dunk. So I'll ask, does your hand have to touch the rim?
You know, I think you don't necessarily have to have your hand touch the rim, Kevin, but you do have to throw it through the goal. None of this raggedy type dunk.
No. Got to control it.
You got to, yeah, I like that's the word I was looking for.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know, I mean, if he gets going early, he'll give you problems all day.
Hayward against Johnson. Lock at 6. There's the pick. Here's Burks. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Alec Burks, known as a slasher coming into the NBA out of Colorado. His outside shooting was questioned, but he's put in the work. He's become a solid three-point shooter. Still young, he's only going to get better and better.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, he had a lot of success at the free throw line in their last game.
He really did. He didn't waste any of those chances when he got them.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And Burke at 6'6", good quickness and ball handling ability, Clark, and he can play points in a pinch.
And you know, Kevin, the Jazz asked him to play there at times in the past. Combo guard skills with legit shooting guard side. That's a leap of faith.
And here's Burks. After Wesley Johnson just hit the 3. Shoots from the baseline. Burks can't get it to go.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Griffin. Good. And it's Johnson with the assist that time. And it's 8 points for Blake Griffin.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Burks kicks to Hayward. Tipped away. Uses the glass to finish the way.
The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
Clippers leading by 8. Ball kicks to Johnson. And another 3 for the Clippers.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all. They've been able to score with ease.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
Wes Johnson, the former number 4 pick back in 2010. He was a bust in Minnesota, but he shot better in his 4th season. And once he was moved to kind of a small 4, like the shooting power forward spot, he really found a niche for himself.
Feeds to Hayward. Burke, the pass to Burks. Lets it go from the wing. And Jordan with the block. And he recovers it. Nice shot by Gobert. Miller with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Wesley Johnson has always been impressive physically. Great size, terrific length for a wing, quick off the floor.
Yeah, he's got all of those ingredients, but his ball handling has been a bit mediocre, rather pedestrian, and I think that's held him back offensively.
You get a chance to check out some of the numbers for Blake Griffin. What a year he had last season. Put up about 24 points a game, 9 rebounds and 4 assists. And it's the kind of run we've seen from him so many times in the past.
But no matter how many times we do see him have a stretch like this, Steve, it still leaves us shaking our heads in amazement and admiration.
Favors sets the pick for Hayward. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. They grab their own miss. Gobert can't hit.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired because he needs to take it to the basket stronger.
Paul's shot is off.
I would have been lucky to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that kind of shot will definitely get you the high eyebrows from the coach and maybe get you a seat on the bench, too.
Here's Griffin. Gobert with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. The Clippers third.
You know, after that solid performance last year, there will be a lot of high expectations this year. And nothing stays exactly the same for a team from year to year. There are a lot of dynamics involved, particularly shooting percentage.
Miller, no up.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Now, here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. Johnson over to help. And Gobert kicks to Burke. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Well-contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
For years, the Jazz have been one of those teams that always finish near the top in team fouls, but last year they kind of shook that stigma.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Davis is checked in for Jordan. Smith comes in for Blake Griffin. Pierce is checked in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Crawford in for Miller. Exum with a wide open look. Another miss by Utah.
Well, it's a little bit of a silver lining for Andrew's struggle. The Jazz were right in the middle of the pack for fouls in what is usually a problem area for him. I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Now, here's Exum. Following the shot by Chris Paul. Over to the left wing. Evans, a screen on Pierce. Exum's shot is off. Well, you wonder with the Jazz, Clark. Less fouls this last year, but also their defense took a step backward as well.
You know, their defense didn't have the same bite. And it might have been connected to them picking up fewer fouls, but I would say they are both a result of this group just not being as aggressive and locked in on defense as they need to be.
The shot's good from Paul. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Now here's Crawford. He also had a big impact in that win against the Kings. That's good.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
Hood, the pass to Evans. There's the screen. That is good. Evans has got his first 2 points of the night. Clippers leading by 13. The drive by Smith. Paul outside from past the arc. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 7 points for Chris Paul. Here's Hood. And the basket good. Crawford outside. Got it off in time, but it's no good. The first quarter can... Friday. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking who they've got. CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the back. Pierce is out there with Smith, and it's Davis at the center. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Yes, gentlemen, Blake Griffin and Chris Paul, a historically great tandem. Blake has said, playing with CP has changed the way I play for the better. I want to play with guys who want to win like he does. And as for Chris Paul, he said, as you get older, you realize it's all about winning. And I think we both realize we need each other in order to do that. Kevin?
Their relationship evolving over the years. Thanks, Doris. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Davis. Griffin comes in for Josh Smith. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Paul Pierce. And Miller subbed in for Paul. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
And with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, Clark, Paul had said, our team will go as Blake goes.
You know, he knew that. Chris knew that was the key. And Griffin becoming more assertive last season, especially while Paul was hurt. I thought that was a key moment in his development. And that's really brought them closer to their goal of being a championship team.
Miller dishes to Griffin. From outside, off the mark. Jazz trail by 13. Burke with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Evans setting the pick for Hayward. And Jordan sends it back. They retain possession. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Gobert, he's checked in for Jeremy Evans. Miller, that's for two. They get it again. Jordan, a three ball. And Miller with the basket on the assist by Jordan. And it's 6 points for Jay.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Utah calls timeout.
DeAndre Jordan has always had a knack for the incredible. It usually manifests itself in his dunks or blocks. But last year he committed himself more on the defensive end, and it really made a difference for him.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder was saying to his team. He said a big part of their focus should be on offensive rebounding, to get bodies to the glass at that end of the floor and work hard for second chance points. The other thing he discussed with them was that they should be forceful with the ball. He said if they see a gap in the defense, they should go straight to the bucket. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Hayward kicks to Burks. Favors with a screen on Miller. But they recover it. To the inside, Gobert. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
You think about defense, Clark, and it isn't just how many shots you block. Jordan really seemed to focus on the little things that go into being successful defensively.
And I think that's a tribute to Doc Rivers, who actually emphasized some of those little things that would help Jordan elevate his game and his team. And to Jordan's credit, he took heed and made significant improvement.
It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Favors sets the pick for Hayward. Burks in the corner. Pass to Burke. Burks kicks to Burke. Right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Baseline J on the way. No good. Good D by Miller.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Back to Griffin. Pulls up on the wing. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through. Seems to have lost his touch this quarter, guys. 1 field goal in 5 attempts.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. It's been great today, and just as hot as he was last time out.
You know, for a player whose star shines as brightly as Blake Griffin, Steve, it seems there are a lot of naysayers regarding his game, although I think you and I would agree he expanded his game, certainly this past year.
Well, I can tell you this. I am not one of those naysayers because I think Blake Griffin was the 3rd best player in the NBA last year. The offensive expansion in this game, the post game, the passing, the ball handling in transition. I mean, he is an amazing player, and has gotten better and better every year.
Another one falls for the Clippers.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Favors with a screen on Miller. Burks the pass to Favors. He dishes it to Burks. A shot by Hayward, wide open. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And you know, hey, anytime a player starts to get a lot of endorsements and TV spots, it puts him under the magnifying glass. You become a target. Other players see Blake Griffin on that pedestal, and they're not going to hesitate sometimes to try to take him down the peg.
Now, here's Burks, following the miss by Griffin. Passes it to Burke.